Welcome back, guys. How is everybody? How are you guys tonight? Hey, Mars Pineapple. How are you? So, as always, there's a little lag. I see Williams here. What's up, man? Sofa. What's up, brother? It's a good. Looks like we got a few people here, and that's awesome. As always, I'm glad to see you guys back here and joining me on these live sessions. I said it a million times, but it means the world to me. It really does. And I wanted to jump on here tonight to just touch base with you guys before we go into 2021. 2020 has been a hell of a year, crazy year. And disclosure and the UFO topic has been discussed. It's been brought up many, many times. And like I said on the last live, December wasn't over. And it doesn't look like it's ended just yet, right? We're right there. We're right at the cusp. We're getting to the end of December. We're going into the new year. And the news and information just keeps dropping. So, as always, before I continue, let me know, guys, how the audio sounds. Is it too loud? Does it sound good? I picked up a new lens also. I got myself a little Christmas present. I should have probably picked up a new rig or something for this live, like a little podcast arm or something. That would have been cool. But that's my next purchase. I picked up a new lens, so if it gets out of focus too, let me know, because I'm just testing it out now. It's the first time I'm using it for anything. All right, awesome. So it looks like the sound is good. As always, thank you guys for pointing that out and letting me know. Sorry. So, seeing as the new year is rolling up, I thought what we could do is, if you guys can, share this on Twitter, let people know, tell them to come join the live, and let's see how many people we can get in here to join us tonight. Maybe what I can do is I can look at the last tweet I sent out, and maybe I can quote it, and I'll say live now. Live now. Join me in the live chat. Now, what I want to do, or what I was planning to do today, was, like I said, touch base with you guys, and basically have a toast. Have a toast, because the year is ending. It's been a long, long year, and a dark, complicated year for the whole world. And I felt like I wanted to get on here with you guys, have a drink, talk about the year, talk about the UFO phenomenon, and get ready for the new one that's coming up, the new year, 2021. All right, so today I went down to the market, because I haven't really been going anywhere because of COVID, right? So I'm either in here working, or in here filming, or researching. And I went down to the market, decided to buy some champagne for New Year's, because I'm gonna spend it with my wife and my dog here. There's probably gonna be fireworks and stuff like that, and I like to make sure my dog doesn't freak out, have a heart attack with the fireworks. So I usually spend it with my dogs and my wife. But I decided to get a bottle of champagne. Now, I don't know what that's going to do to the video, like if it'll get demonetized because I'm drinking champagne. And I'm not going to obviously drink the whole bottle. But I wanted to come and have a toast with you guys. So, if you can, and if you'd like, grab yourself a glass. I'll give you guys a minute. Pour anything. Coffee, water, Coke, beer, anything. Pour yourself a glass and let's have a toast. So I'm going to open up this champagne bottle. I hope I don't break anything. So let me show you guys the bottle here. And I actually had like the Brut normal champagne. And then I froze it. I forgot I put it in the freezer. So I have this Brut Rose champagne, which is not normally what I would drink, but oh wait, I'm not going to show the label because I don't want to get any sort of copyright or anything. So yeah, I'm going to try and open this. So give me a second while I work with this. And like I said, you guys grab your glass and let's have a toast. A toast to the end of 2020, to the end of a complicated year, to, you know, being strong in the next year and staying safe and healthy. And actually the awesome relationship that I built with you guys here on the channel. The channel's grown a lot in the last year. I've been doing a bunch of research this year, so that's probably the only positive thing that being stuck inside has brought. You know, it's given me time to really sit down, bunker down, and get to work and try to push the discussion on this topic further. You know, I was really double thinking getting champagne and doing this, but I thought, heck, why not? You know, who cares? We're all grown adults. We've talked about the analytics on the channel before. There's not many little kids watching this. So I think we'll be good. Let me see. Let me check out the live again. Let me check out the live chat and see what you guys are saying. William asked me, Nikon, Canon, Sony, or Panasonic? What do you shoot with? Well, I have a Canon. I'm shooting with a Canon right now. I have a Panasonic as well. I have the G7 and I have Canon SL2. I always have to get the most budget stuff because I'm in Argentina. And I really just want to get the best quality that I can for the cheapest price because I make pesos. If you guys ever check out the exchange rate for pesos, you'll see why. And the lens that I picked up for you, William, so you'll probably know, is a Sigma 17-50 2.8. I think it's a zoom lens. So yeah, I picked that up because the aperture, because of 2.8. I want something that shoots well in low light. It's better than my kit lens. All right, so I don't know if you guys can see this. Give me a second. All right, you guys can see this. Let's see if I can shoot this. I'm not, you know what? That's probably not a good idea. I'll probably break something. I'll shoot the mic. I'll shoot the camera, break the lens. Here, look. Give me a second. All right, so I see that Thomas has his drink poured. Somebody's wishing me a happy New Year's there. All right, come on. I'm not the best at champagne. I'm not a big champagne drinker. Whoa. All right, guys. So let me pour my glass, and then we'll have a little toast, and then we'll kick off the talk, and we'll start talking, obviously, why we're all here to talk about the phenomenon. But sometimes you got to just sit back, enjoy life. The phenomenon's been here this whole time. It's been here for many, many years. It's not going to go anywhere. At least I don't think it will. It doesn't seem to be that way. All right, so here we go. I got to look at this because I'm probably going to pour it terribly. Because like I said, I don't drink champagne, really. This is more just to share it with you guys. And I wish I didn't freeze the other one. So I wouldn't be drinking the Brut Rose, even though, gotta be honest, I kind of like it. Okay. Glass is poured. Kind of a big glass. I probably should have got a smaller glass. But we're going to be on here for like an hour, so I guess it'll be good. Keep me hydrated. All right, so this toast goes to all of you. For all the hard work and dedication that you put into this subject, all the time that you spend researching and looking for the truth, everyone should be patting themselves on the back. Because, like it or not, all the naysayers out there, all the people that think that we don't matter, that what we do doesn't matter, the phenomenon is being talked about openly. It is in a different area. It's in a different arena now. And it looks like 2021, it's going into a whole new ballpark. And that's what we need. That's what we want. We all are in this search together. And I also want to say, talking about 2020, I I think we all should take a minute and think about all the people, the millions of people that lost their lives to the pandemic, family members, loved ones. And my heart goes out to all those people that lost somebody that they cared about, people that left too soon. So let's hope that we stay safe, we stay healthy in 2021. We keep searching for the truth. We keep fighting for the truth. And we all work together because we are all in this search together. So cheers, guys. Thank you so much for being here tonight and for always being in the live chat, for always showing love and support. You guys really motivate me. You make me get on. I feel like I have to get on here on Wednesdays and see you guys and talk to you guys. So yeah, toast. Let's hope this new year brings some new changes. And yeah, that was the longest toast I've ever given. Oh, it's pretty strong. Like I said, I'm not a champagne drinker. It's funny because I'm probably more of a whiskey drinker. And I just said that champagne was strong, and it's the pink kind. So let me check out the live chat. Let me see what you guys are talking about. Thomas is here. He says, "Talk without drama. That's what I need." Yeah, of course, Thomas. I mean, everyone's saying cheers. Yeah, cheers, guys. New Year's is coming. I hope everyone is safe, like I said, and happy, and we kick off this new year strong and ready to go. Keep searching, keep looking, because we're doing something. We're making a difference. I'm loving to see all you guys cheering in the live chat. So Thomas said, "Talk without drama. That's what I need." Yeah, back to that. I definitely try my best to not have any drama around me or surround myself with people that, now that stuff had bubbles in it, surround me with people that, aren't dramatic and don't look for attention, because I feel like that is really important, especially when we're looking for information that's being withheld or like secret information. We really don't want to be standing out. That's coming from a guy that's sharing his face live right now, but I'm gonna have to be careful with those bubbles, guys. Yeah, there's been a lot of drama this year, and it seems like there's always been a lot of drama in the UFO community, and it's really unfortunate because, like I said, we're all adults. There should be no drama. It just seems like, people have differences, and there's nothing wrong with that. Differences in religion, differences in political opinions, differences in ways of viewing life and the phenomenon. And what you need to do is listen to everyone, take pieces of what you're learning from other people, put it together, create your own conclusion, your own hypothesis. Really, the search for the truth is on each of us. It's on each of our shoulders. At the end of the day, you're going to believe what you want to believe. I'm going to believe what I want to believe, and that's just how it's going to go. And if there's drama in the community, it really makes us look bad. And that's what we don't need. We need to look good. We need to be Han Solo. We don't want to be a Wookiee screaming in the middle of the night. Let me check out the live chat again. Pro Illusionist said, "Thank you for hosting a great community." Pro Illusionist, you are awesome, man. He's always here in the live chat. You're always showing me love and support, and thank you, man. You are all part of the community. You guys are the great community. Sofa said, "Cheers to the believers." 100%. Cheers to the believers. All right, so Paul Jones, cheers. What's up, man? Alien Girl, hey. CL said, "Straight from the bottle." I don't think I could drink this straight from the bottle. Like I said, it's got a bunch of bubbles. I'm not going to be able to speak for 2 minutes. All right, so did you guys see the recent news about the COVID-19 bill that basically started, the 100-day countdown for UFO disclosures? Steve Greenstreet, for those of you that don't follow him on Steven. I said Steve. Steven Greenstreet. For those of you that don't follow him on Twitter, I definitely suggest following him out. Or following him out. Following him on Twitter. I guess the champagne's already working. But I'm checking out his article. There's an article in the New York Post. People have been sharing it. I've seen it on Instagram. I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen it all over the place. Joe Rogan actually shared the story of it. Basically, the article says, I'm going to read a little bit of it. It says, President Trump's signature Sunday on the $2.3 trillion COVID-19 relief and government funding bill started a 180-day countdown for the Pentagon and spy agencies to say what they know about UFOs. But there is a bit of a caveat, right? So, like, hear me out. Let me read a little bit more of this. The provision received very little attention, in part because it was included in the text of a 5,593-page legislation, but as a committee comment attached to the Annual Intelligence Authorization Act, which was rolled into the massive bill. The Senate Intelligence Committee, chaired by Senator Marco Rubio, who seems to be pushing this, and he's been pushing this for some time, said in the comment that it directs it says it directs the Director of Intelligence in consultation with the Secretary of Defense and the heads of such other agencies to submit a report within 180 days of the date of enactment of the act to the Congressional Intelligence and Armed Services Committees on Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon. So there, I think, is an important part, right? It says at the end there, to the Congressional Intelligence and Armed Services Committees on Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon. The report must address observed airborne objects that have been identified and should include a detailed analysis of unidentified phenomenon data collected by A, geospatial intelligence, B, signals intelligence, I don't know if I said C, C, human intelligence, D, measurements and signals intelligence, the committee said. The report must also contain a detailed analysis of data of the FBI, which was derived from the investigations of intrusions of unidentified aerial phenomenon data over restricted United States airspace, and an assessment of whether this unidentified aerial phenomenon activity may be attributed to one of our more foreign adversaries. So, what do you guys think is going to come from this, right? I think it's good news. Recently, other than this, we had one of the ex-CIA bosses basically saying that it was arrogant to not believe that there's life beyond Earth. And it just seems like December has been full of UFO news. And anytime this topic gets brought up in the public, in the general, for the general public, in the mass media, like, the New York Post or the Times or CNN or Fox, I feel like it's super important. It's helping the discussion at least get noticed and moved in the right direction. And we're also noticing that the higher ups are definitely paying attention to this topic, which I think is something we need to keep an eye on, because let's face it, I always believed that the government knew the truth. So there are some possibilities here that would mean that either there's sectors or parts of the government that, small groups of the government or something, because the topic seems to be decompartmentalized throughout the government, that know the truth, and the rest don't seem to know much more than we do. Maybe they do know a little bit more, but it seems like they are looking for answers as well. I've also been thinking about private industry, the role that private industry must play in this, right? One of the best, like if I was a multimillionaire and I was interested in aeronautics or weapons or technology, I would definitely be trying to find a crashed UFO. Trust me. So let me check out the live chat. Hey, look, Engaging the Phenomenon is here. What's up, man? I just cheersed everybody, man. So if you guys are joining now and you missed the cheers, the toast, pour yourself a glass. I have a glass of red brute champagne, and let's kick back and talk tonight. So if you guys haven't checked out Engaging the Phenomenon's channel, he makes great content. Awesome guy, friend of the channel. Make sure to check him out. Guys, let's get more people in the live chat. Let's get more people in here. Like I said, share this on Twitter. Let's see if we can get more people in here on this end of the year discussion. It was really funny because when I saw this article come up, because Steven is basically, in my opinion, he uses the hashtag UFO Twitter a lot. He is he's part of the community. And it's another good example of what I was talking about in the last live, that some people think that we don't make a difference, but we actually do make a difference. Even if it's a small difference, all of us have our part. All of us are doing something to help push this discussion forward. I actually saw a really awesome tweet from Lou Elizondo today, and he actually said, a friendly reminder, this is his tweet, a friendly reminder to all that the achievements over the last 3 years are a result in large part to UFO Twitter. You are proof that together we can achieve the unachievable. You have my humble respect. Thank you. Again, somebody else pointing it out. And there are some UFO Twitter haters out there. Definitely. It's strange because I never thought I would come across that, and I don't really get it. But today, when I saw that Steven had, released an article, and he said that, I think he said that Joe Rogan retweeted it, I jumped on there and I said something. I'm trying to find the tweet here. Give me a sec, guys. Let's see. 1 second. All right. I think it's here. Yeah, here it goes. He says, Joe Rogan Instagram my UFO story. Pretty rad. Hashtag UFO Twitter. So I jumped in and I said, and those that say UFO Twitter doesn't make a difference are probably, and I put a gif of Joffrey from Game of Thrones choking on poison, I think, or choking on something. And I said, haha, oh, the poor little Joffreys. Just kind of like, winking at him. I said, good work, Steven, right? And that was just me being cheeky, right? I'm not really trying to bully anybody or start drama. Even though sometimes, I have to hold myself back a lot. Not from drama, but from stepping on people's toes. Because if you ask my wife or anyone that knows me, I'm a nice guy, but I'm not the nicest guy. I don't like bullies, and I don't enjoy jerks or just negative people. So I tweeted that, and right away somebody retweeted, yes, like kind of trying to be funny. They said, yes, the U.S. government power to hold their most guarded secrets for over 75 years has been brought to its knees by UFO Twitter. And he kind of put a funny emoji, rolling his eyes. And that's not what I'm saying. That's not even what I'm trying to say there with the Joffrey thing that I was tweeting. I was just saying that, people think we don't do anything. And there you have a perfect example of Steven writing an article, getting shared by Joe Rogan, and everyone sharing Steven's article. So congrats to Steven for that. Let me check out the live chat again. Let's see. Thomas said, the biggest problem is the government is calling UFOs a threat. Well, I think the only way they can really get the funding that they need to look into this is if they do that. And also, the government, that's what they do. They look for threats. I think that the UFO phenomenon is a possible threat. Now, I'm not saying it's a threat at this very moment. I'm saying that if it wanted to be, it could be. And it's the argument that a lot of people give, right? If they wanted to wipe us out, they would have done it by now. But just knowing that they have the possibility to wipe us out or to invade airspace or to abduct people, I feel like it's something we should be wary of and pay attention to. Not saying that I'm going to go kill an alien if I see it, but I think it's something we need to take into consideration, right? Hey, Melissa. Melissa Garris is here. She says, what's going on, y'all? Glad to see you. Julie, hey, what's up, Julie? You missed my toast. I just had some champagne. So if you guys are joining now, or you just joined, pour yourself a glass of something. Let's have a drink. We're all adults. I'm not going to drink this whole bottle. I'm just going to drink this glass. So, Pro Illusionist said, Dr. Greer seems pissed at that article, Gaucho. What? Which article? Steven's article? Let me check it out. Let me see if I can go to Instagram. Is it in his? It's on his Instagram, Pro Illusionist. Dr. Greer seems pissed at that article. Okay, let me check it out. Dr. Greer, I used to really, obviously, when I was a kid and I was younger, I was in high school, I think, when 9/11 happened. And I remember watching I'm forgetting what it's called, but when Dr. Greer got all those, high-level witnesses together, and they were basically trying to share all their testimonies and push disclosure, right? And 9/11 happened. I think it happened like the same day, or like the same. I just remember watching that, and then 9/11 happened, and then it was like that whole subject, the whole talk got overshadowed by 9/11. But I have not really been into what Dr. Stephen Greer has been talking about for quite a while, just because, hear me out, with the whole C5 thing, I am a believer that consciousness plays a huge role in this, and that we can all probably use our consciousness to manipulate reality in some way or another, and that maybe we can use it as a beacon to make contact with entities from other realities or whatever, right? I just don't like that he has those meetups and he charges people to go there, because I feel like if you really had the power to do that, like if I knew how to do that, I would teach you all for free. I would say, hey guys, meet me here for free. Let's do this. Let's work together. Let's make contact. Because I feel like that's way more important than any kind of money, any kind of gain I could get from it. Will only be like teaching more people to do it, so that we can have open contact. So I'm checking out his Instagram. So let me see here. Let me see if it logs me in. Sorry guys, I want to see what he said about. You know what? I can't see it. Why don't you guys tell me, Pro Illusionist? Tell me what he said about the article, and if it's the article that we were just talking about. Let me check out the live chat. So, Pro Illusionist, like I said, go on his Instagram and tell me what he said. Okay, there he said the 2001 Press Club event. I think that's what it was, and I think that's when 9/11 happened, right? Mike Knapp said, for some reason, I'm not getting your notifications. That happens a lot, Mike, and I've had people actually tell me that on Twitter they follow me, and then for some reason, it automatically unfollows me. So make sure to check always if you're following me, if you don't hear me, because I'm often on there all the time. I'm trying to like I said, this community that we have here is like something I've been trying to work for and get and make happen, so that we can all have a place to just sit down, talk, and be chill, and there's no drama, there's no hate. We can just all share ideas and opinions. So yeah, so check. I don't know, and I've heard that happens to some other creators as well. Digi Finch, what's up, Digi Finch? Digi Finch said also his alien photos are really silly looking. I'm assuming you're talking about Stephen Greer. If I had the chance to sit down and talk to Stephen Greer, I would definitely take the chance. Like, I don't have a bias against really anybody, because I feel like the phenomenon itself is so alien and so strange and unexplained that I'm not just gonna discard everybody. The one thing I don't like I said, is that he charges people for the C5 meetups, and it's like he's kind of benefiting from C5, right? And I know everyone has to make a living. I know that, if I could make a living doing this, I definitely would love to do that, so I could do it full time and dedicate my 100% time to this and attention and just all the hours in the day to this. But so I get it, but I also think too that if you were in contact with an extraterrestrial or an alien presence, and the alien presence was intelligent, you know, and it knew that you were spreading this message but charging people for it, I think that the extraterrestrials or the intelligence that you're contacting would be like, that's not good. You know, that's not what this is for. This is for enlightenment. This is for contact. This is for, you know. So let me check out the live chat again. Man, I'm happy to see you guys here. Definitely. Let's see what you guys are saying. Julie said, the phenomenon is also very personal to each individual. Yeah, I mean, 100%. And that's something I said earlier today in the live, that the search for the truth, even, not just the phenomenon, like everyone has their own personal journey with the phenomenon. So yeah, exactly, Julie. Everyone has different experiences and different opinions and different thoughts. And some people that come into contact with the phenomenon have maybe an experience that doesn't sit well in my, realm or idea of what this is, but it's their personal experience. It's what happened to them. And I don't discredit that. So yeah, everyone has their own journey, and it's important because it actually builds you up as a person. If there's one thing that I've really gotten out of looking into this subject, is growing as a human and understanding that we're all the same. This is our planet. We're all from Earth. We're all Earthlings. No matter what country you're from, what religion you have, what you believe, at the end of the day, we're all just bones and stardust, and we go back to the Earth just like everyone else. So yeah, it's really opened my mind. Like, thinking outside of the box has really opened my mind to break down all these barriers and all these stigmas and all these different things that I hope that in the future, when this topic is finally openly discussed, right, and it's accepted by the masses, it's where it takes us. It's where it leads us. It leads us to understanding that we're all united. We're all the same, right? Let me check out the live chat again. Proillusionist said, I think we will see positives from the likes of Mellon and Elizondo and the rest of them next year. They're supposed to be tagging along on a documentary with James Fox. I can't wait to see what Elizondo and Mellon and James Fox and all these heavy hitters that have been, in the community, just swinging and getting us closer and closer to the truth. I can't wait to see what they do next. Even Tom DeLonge, everybody. I'm just sitting back in the corner right now as 2021 rolls up, and I'm thinking, what's going to happen next year? Because everything that's happened so far, to be honest, has caught me off guard. I never thought we'd be where we are today regarding this topic. And I feel like disclosure, people don't see it, they don't understand it, and they're saying that it's not disclosure because it's not the disclosure they ever imagined, right? People expect the truth to just be thrown out to the public, and it's not going to happen that way. It's going to be a drip, drop, trickle effect that's going to just be a domino effect, and it's going to evolve everyone's way of thinking. So yeah, let's see the live chat again. Man, I'm really happy to see you guys all here, man. Thank you guys again, always, for being here. Andrew Hall said, anyone check out that interview with Christopher Bledsoe last night on KGRA radio? Interesting conversation. I have not checked that out, but I did hear a Bledsoe interview, I think like a week ago, and it was interesting. I thought what he was talking about was pretty fascinating, the phenomenon that they're dealing with and what they're experiencing. That's another example of the phenomenon seems to interact with people differently, and everyone has their own version and their own experience. And I'm not sure if it's the same phenomenon, because then you have people that talk about the grays and they all see the grays, but then you have people that have experiences like, the Bledsoes, and you just wonder, like, what is that? Is it the same thing? Is it the same phenomenon? Or are we dealing with, like Chris Mellon said, multiple phenomenon, and somehow it's all tied together? See, I think also that the UFO phenomenon is Pandora's box, right? Once we break this Pandora's box open, it really has you, it makes you think about everything else, every other strange mystery there's ever been. Bigfoot, even, you know what I mean? Those kinds of things, ghosts, spirits, magic. You know, I often find myself falling back into looking into the occult and magic just from looking into the UFO phenomenon. Julie said, I personally fear that the threat narrative is detrimental, even as a ploy for funding. It will color the public's perception, and not all is threatening. I agree, not all is threatening. But I do think, there is this this issue where, like, people look at the abduction phenomenon, they look at the data, and they see that in the abduction phenomenon, people are returned back home. Some people find the abduction phenomenon an enlightening experience, while others don't want it to happen. Some people have horrible experiences, and some people actually, pass that on. It's like a lineage thing, and it goes from, you're the mother, and then your children get abducted, and then their children get abducted, and it's just a lineage thing. And I understand that the phenomenon is not like, at least not that I know of, murdering people and, destroying cities and causing war and stuff like that. But as far as I know, but I'm just saying that just the plain old abduction phenomenon, looking at it, just standing away from it for a second and thinking about, Lou Elizondo said something really interesting the other day. He explained it to somebody, because they basically said, well, there is no threat, because if you look at the data, the abduction phenomenon, people, they get enlightened, or they don't have, nothing negative really happens to them. But I thought that was really strange to hear. Whenever I hear that, I think it's really strange, because I know that there are negative cases, and there's a lot of negative cases, just like there are positive cases. And there are cases of people that have been abducted their whole life, that later in their life sort of come to this realization that, maybe it is enlightening. Maybe it is something that's helping them grow or learn. And I also fear that that's maybe just the human mind and the human being trying to cope and trying to grasp with this situation that's happening to them. They have no control over, sort of like sort of like my dog's trying to walk in here. Sort of like when you get kidnapped, and those people that get kidnapped and fall in love with their kidnapper, right? So yeah, I kind of got sidetracked there because my dog was coming in here. Let me check out the live chat again. Julie said it's all the phenomenon, Gaucho. Yeah, it's all the phenomenon. I agree. Melissa Garris said the reptilian race are the ones causing the evil. I believe the Greys are like scientists or doctors. I've looked into the reptilians many, many times. I'm not a big David Icke fan. But I've always thought, like, if there are reptilians really out there, which, look, if there are Greys and there are insectoids and all these different kinds of beings, I don't see why we couldn't believe that reptilians existed, right? I know somebody's going to watch this and think like, David Icke, and think like, oh, if my friend watches this, or any of my friends watch this, they're going to be like, he's talking about reptilians, he's lost it. But I am open to any sort of theory and possibility here, because what we're looking at is something that we can't explain. And we are seeing these encounters. We are seeing people being taken onto ships and abducted, back to the abduction phenomenon. And the thing is, you'll see cases too where there's Greys and reptilians on the same ship, and insectoid or like type of beings on the same ship, like mantis beings. I keep calling them insectoids, but mantis beings. So yeah, I the hardest part for me is trying to understand where it's all stemming from, and why they have these, why there are these creatures that represent sort of species that we have here on Earth. If it's somehow it's tied to this planet, or if it's just because throughout ancient history and ancient culture, you'll see representations that look very similar to those kinds of beings. Even the Greys, even the mantis beings and the reptilians. But it's something that I have looked into. I've tried to find videos of not of people, getting eye glitches and stuff like that on camera, but like actual videos of a reptilian. I haven't been able to find anything. I've actually been trying to find videos of a Grey other than Skinny Bob that is, that might be legitimate, and I also can't find anything. So if you guys know of any videos or anything, send it my way. Trust me. Thomas said, thanks for talking about the mantis. They are here, and I don't think humanity understands why. Well, I mean, think about it, right? Just think about the anatomy of these beings. That's something that really fascinates me, is how we bring these beings up. We talk about these beings all the time, but we don't realize that their anatomy and their species, right, is something that we see here on Earth. So what does that mean about these beings? Like, what does that mean about their relationship with our planet or their relationship with us? Is it that we're seeing something from another dimension where maybe those beings, those types of species evolved like we did, and they're trying to interact with us for an evolutionary purpose or something like that? Or, there's so many possibilities, but I think that that's something that really fascinates me. It's something I've thought about many, many times, is why are these beings humanoid? Why do they have these anthropomorphic features? And why are we not seeing like blobs and like, I don't know, beings with like 6 arms coming out of their heads and like just, features and creatures? Like when you go to the bottom of the sea, you see, different kinds of creatures that look alien, right? You have that fish with the big, I don't know what it's called, with the big, what would it be, like appendage or something that sticks out of its head, and the giant teeth, and it just looks alien, right? But these beings, they look alien, but they also have very anthropomorphic features. So yeah, something that I talked a lot about in 2020 was that, and nobody really, some people really gave me a good breakdown of evolution and why they believe that, this was the case, and why these beings walk upright and have the same amount of limbs as we do, and the same, facial, some of the same facial features we do. But really, I feel like those are the kinds of discussions we're going to need to have eventually. Because if we find out that these occupants are really what's piloting these craft, we're going to need to figure out why they look like that. You know what I mean? Let me go back to the live chat. Digi Finch said Terry Lovelace's abduction had a mantis, tall, white, and grays. Such a wild story. Well, that's a good example. Terry Lovelace's case. There you go. You got the mantis. You got all these different kinds of beings in the same craft, and what I try to understand is, what does that mean about them too and their relationship? Lots of relationships that we're talking about tonight. Terrence, what's up, Terrence? Terrence said they are humanoid because of gravity. Look at mammals versus reptiles versus amphibians. Here all have a head and 4 appendages. It's a stable platform in a gravitational field if body mass is low enough. It's something too, Terrence. That's a good point, and that's something that a lot of people brought up. But at the time when I made the video, right, I had been doing research. Now I can't remember exactly what the concept was that I had taken from, but I heard this biologist talking about the possibilities of alien life in space, right? And he started talking about kind of what I'm saying. Like in space, there's many, many possibilities to what how something could evolve. And our form of evolution is one type of, it's a good one, right? The appendages and standing up straight into 4 limbs like we're talking about. but it's only one of the many, many possibilities. If you think about the multiple, I don't know, millions of possibilities that there could be, that was more of my argument, right? So, maybe they're from a planet like Earth, and that could be an explanation, or they are from our Earth. I think that might be a better one. Let me check out the live chat again, guys. Thank you guys for being here, man. I'm so happy to be here with you guys tonight before the end of the year. We have this, the UFO news just doesn't stop. I want to know what you guys think, though, about this 180-day countdown for UFO disclosures. I think what's going to happen is we may get some information trickling out before the 180 days. We also may not see anything just because it feels like they're going to be sharing that information, between, the government's going to be sharing that stuff between themselves. But we should be hearing something, hopefully. You never know. I remember when they declassified a lot of those documents a long time ago. I was like 5 years ago or 6 years ago. And there was a lot of stuff in there, but nothing that really changed the game too much. Even though I have a feeling that what is happening right now is part of a bigger picture. And we're going to see that picture unfold in the next coming year and then the next few years probably. You guys think there's any tie between where we're at now and Space Force and this, how they're calling them the Guardians now? I thought that was really interesting. People hate on Space Force. Look, I never wanted to be in the military, but I think if I was like 18, 19, or just fresh out of high school, I don't think you could have stopped me from joining the Space Force. And become a Guardian. I feel like that's like some Starship Trooper kind of stuff there. It's pretty crazy. Terrence Jones said, your thoughts on the KGB alien? The KGB alien. Now, is that the one that's tied up, Terrence? That's supposed to be, there's the KGB alien, I think, is Skinny Bob, if I'm not mistaken. And then there's another video that floating around on the internet of this alien tied up that's like an alien gray, and it's being like interviewed, which is definitely 100% fake. But I think you're referring to Skinny Bob. Let's see, guys. I'm looking back at the live chat, trying to keep up with you guys, man. I love to see you guys all talking in there. I'm glad you guys are all, talking to each other. That's definitely what I want. Teamwork, man. Who knows what we can discover if we all work together? That's what I keep saying. I keep reminding people. Let me check out the live chat. Andrew Hall said, put some positive energy into that 180 days deadline, Gaucho. We can expect great things, and if it falls short of that, we still get something. I agree, Andrew. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm sorry if that's how I sounded. I think I just lost focus. One sec. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to be, it's something that happens a lot in this community, I feel like. The longer you are in this community, the less you really think anything's going to happen. That's what I've noticed, at least. A lot of people that have been in this community for a long time are the ones that are saying this is not disclosure. Nothing has changed. Everything is the same. And I haven't been part of the community, but I've been looking into the topic for, I'd say, like, since I was a little boy, but seriously, maybe since I was like 15, 14. And I'm 30 now, so it's been quite a long time. And I have had those moments in my life where I thought we're never gonna hear anything about this. But at this moment in time, I have this feeling, and I know that what's going on right now is part of a bigger picture, and we are actually seeing disclosure. It's just that people aren't paying attention. They're not noticing. They don't understand. So those that don't see it don't understand what disclosure is. Mike Knapp said, hit the thumbs up, hit the like, people. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, guys, make sure to thumbs up the video. It really helps. Any support you guys give me is awesome. And you guys have shown me so much love and support in 2020. And I really am honest when I say, like, I could not do this without you guys. Uh, there are days where I'm just like, I do the lives on Wednesdays. Then on the weekends, I try to film something or create a video. And then that normally takes me like 2 days to think of something, or a day to think of something, or do some research. Then another day to put the video together. Even if it's a short video, it takes me forever for some reason. And I know I haven't put out my normal content recently. I've been sharing those New Fork audio recordings. And I've been asking the community to decide, what they think about those. The last one that I shared was interesting. A lot of the people that are, I guess, that know about jets and aeronautics, or, I mean, I'm not sure if they really know or not. They've been kind of disputing the case, but I think just the idea that in 1977 somebody talked about a black triangle craft over the ocean interacting with a fighter jet is basically what is happening right now. So if that's a made-up story that somebody called into a hotline, not a radio show, not to get famous, if they just called somebody to prank them and give that whole explanation, which could be possible, it could be disinformation, right? That's pretty crazy. And it's pretty interesting that the story lines up with exactly what we're seeing from the debrief and those kinds of articles. So if you guys haven't checked out that last video, make sure to check it out. Also, big shout out to that UFO podcast, guys. If you haven't checked out Room 101, the second part, I think Andy put it up today. So after this, make sure to check it out. You might have already checked it out. I'm definitely going to listen to it after this. And it looks like I got a whole UFO night planned tonight. But yeah, let me check out the live chat again. So yeah, guys, again too, when I make those New Fork recordings, and when I share those, I'm really just trying to show people that this phenomenon has existed for a very long time. And these recordings, it's kind of like found footage, right? It's kind of like I found a box full of tapes and I'm listening to them and I can't believe what I'm hearing, right? And there's hundreds of cases. If you go to the link in the description, the last one I fixed it, so go there and you can download. I think the problem is it's only 1974 to 1977. But each of those has like hundreds of recordings. Somebody took the time to record those and they shared it on this Faded Disc webpage that like is now defunct. And when I found them and I started listening to them, I thought, well, this is great to share, right? This is going to help grow the conversation. And the other day, before I shared that, the one about the triangle craft and the jet fighter, I was actually working on one at the moment when I shared that. What I had done is I had edited 2 cases together, and then I was hearing I went to hear another case, and it was going to be, I was like, well, I got to find a third case, bunch them all together, and I found this case right after, like right as I was doing that editing, and I scrapped everything. I might have saved it, actually, so I might be able to upload that tomorrow, because if it's saved, it'll be quick. I could just throw that up. It was an abduction case with missing time, a female experiencer, and I think the second case was, I can't remember now the second case, but the first one was really interesting. One second, guys, I am parched. I'm using this like little stool, because you should see where I'm filming right now, guys. It's like a little cut in my bedroom, right? So really, like, over here is like my bed, and here's like a little cut. But I really enjoyed this this light and the shot and the flare that it gives you, like the little lens flare at the bottom of the screen, the green flare. So I've been using this spot, but I have to use this little stool. Oh, it's really uncomfortable after a while, but the champagne is helping, trust me. Let me check out the live chat again. Many community veterans appear jaded. Mal C said that. I guess understandably so. 100%. You know, I really feel like we owe a lot to community veterans, the old guard, and everyone that's been looking into this subject for a long time. You know, if it wasn't for them, none of this would be possible. And I understand why they're jaded, because you get jaded. Like, look, when I found when I found that Newport case, the recording, I was like hyped, right? You should have seen me. My wife was like, what is it? And I was like, you don't understand. Like, this is exactly what everyone's talking about. This is what the debrief is talking about. I can't believe it. She doesn't care about the UFO phenomenon, really. Not like me. So I was super hyped. And then I just edited it and shot it out because I was like, this has to get out now. I have to drop this now. And as soon as I dropped it, you know, some people obviously, which is perfectly fine, were trying to find all the flaws in it, and I hadn't noticed those flaws because I don't know anything about jets. I don't know anything about airplanes. So I just heard this case that matched perfectly with what's going on and shared it. And you do get a little, you know, I felt a little like, oh, I should have noticed that. Maybe they're right, you know? But yeah, I could see how people get jaded. Definitely. Dan says, what's the podcast again? It's That UFO Podcast. It's on Spotify and I think probably everywhere. I'm not sure. But it's on Spotify for sure. And you'll see the Shadows of Your Mind magazine. Dave from Shadows of Your Mind magazine's on there. Zignal. Dan, you probably know them from Twitter. If you haven't checked out Shadows of Your Mind magazine, make sure to do that. And Dan makes really cool like Tic Tac patches and Tic Tac stickers and just themed pieces on his. He's got like a Redbubble shop. Does some good art. It's awesome. Definitely check it out. Sofa said, I can't paste the link, but if you Google graphical analysis of Kumburga's event, you'll see a real mantid and two grays working on an abductee in a UFO over Turkey. That's interesting, man. I've never heard of that. Sorry, again, this little freaking stool. I'm going to have to change this setup, guys. 2021, a lot of changes. A lot of changes, definitely. Melissa Guerra said, my family thinks I'm nuts. Look, Melissa, a lot of people probably think that a lot of us are nuts. I know there's certain family members of mine that haven't talked to me in quite a while. And I'm assuming it's because I really bunkered down and started putting up a lot of content on the channel and just sort of like put all my focus into this. But it's fine. You know, if you don't want tickets to the show, then there's no reason to be part of the show, right? And it's like that with everything, right? It's like just today, abortion was legalized in Argentina. And there was this whole debate about it. And not even, you know, I know there's lots of religious people that don't agree with it. But this day and age, for me, like I totally believe like it should be legal. You know, like people should be able to do what they want with their bodies. I understand it's difficult for some people to understand. And it's something I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about politics or anything like that. But I'm just saying that differences exist. People think people are crazy for other things. So don't worry, Melissa. Lots of people think people are crazy for completely normal things. So Melissa then said, yes, I've been telling everyone since March that COVID is a smokescreen for disclosure and also population control. 2 birds, 1 stone. That's interesting. Dan said, right on, thanks. Zofa said, my profile pic is from it. Awesome. Zofa, I'm gonna look that up when we're done with the live chat. I need some good cases, guys. I really want to film something like my old style, like not my old videos, but like, you know, most of you know what my content is normally like. I'm like sitting down first person, talking to the camera, editing and giving you guys like, you know, talking about a case or giving you guys a question. And I really want to do that. I bought a crane. I bought a gimbal, an electronic gimbal that lets me get super smooth shots, but I'm stuck inside because of COVID. So I'm going to probably end up using it in my house to practice. But I want to see if I can use that to do like dynamic shots walking around the house. Maybe throw like a voiceover on it. I'm gonna try and take 2021 to a new level. Maybe make some short films once I can get out of the house, using the gimbal and using the new lens and everything that I'm picking up. I'm really trying to give you guys good content that helps grow the community, helps grow the discussion, helps us look, professional, and helps us look like we're serious about this. I don't want to look like a joke to anybody. Did you guys notice? I don't know if you guys saw this hat yet, the white hat. I don't think I ever wore it. Advocate for Peace is here. What's up, man? He says, my point is there are many things that will designate you as nuts, even though you are probably correct. Yes, that's exactly what I was saying. There are many things in life that people will think you are nuts for, and people have thought I was nuts many, many times. And I'd have to say that as I grew older, I realized that I wasn't nuts, and they were more nuts than I was. Melissa said, I want one. Well, I haven't actually made these in any shop. I actually went ordered them for myself, right, on purpose to test them to see how they would come out, how the graphic would look, and if people would think they were. I didn't even think I was gonna sell them. I haven't sold them at all. But if you guys ever want them, maybe I'll put them up eventually. I'm just afraid of using drop shipping. Where you use your graphic and you print it on something and then they send it. I'm afraid that the quality won't be as good as these hats. So I'm just not trying to skimp you guys or give you guys bad quality stuff. But maybe I can make a few of these with my own money and then ship them to you guys. We'll see. We'll see what 2021 brings, man. So, I mean, guys, December has been a hell of a month. December really has been a hell of a month. And those people that are not noticing that are sleeping. I don't know what to say. There's been back to back UFO news for months now. And December's been probably one of the heaviest months, and we'll see what's coming next, right? There's definitely something going on. The media is a big player in society's point of view on reality, and it basically controls what everybody thinks, like it or not. There aren't many free thinkers out there, unless except for you guys here in the live chat. But but I'm just saying, the media definitely does control what people think. It's not a conspiracy. It's not some weird, a weird thought. It's definitely television programming for a reason. It's called programming. Let me check out the live chat again, guys. Terrence Jones says, has anyone seen the plates found in the crop circle in Germany? Gold, silver, and copper. I have not, Terrence. Old news, though. Well, send it to me, Terrence. Oh, guys, this freaking stool, man. I'm going to have to get a new stool. Terrence, send me... Guys, anytime you want to send me a case to look at or links, it'll help me. Trust me. If it's a good case, I might turn it into a video. And I'll credit you guys in the video, right? I'll shout you guys out in the video. I also, something I was working on, or that when I created it, I didn't think I would ever use, is Patreon. And I got a few patrons on there that are super awesome. They're supporting the channel, helping me save up to get more gear and make everything look better. Maybe I can get a better stool. So if you guys ever want to support me that way, you can. And I was thinking too of creating something on Patreon where you guys could give me cases and I could work with you to do research on the case and then credit you in the video. It might be something that I add to one of maybe I'll just add it to the first, I don't know what they're called, tiers, right? I think everyone should have the same opportunity in the tiers and Patreon, so whatever. But it's something I've been thinking because I want to make Patreon really interactive for you guys. So it's not just because I already put out a lot of content. So I want people that are on Patreon to feel like you're really helping and you're like VIP, right? Like you're special because you are, basically. Um, Advocate for Peace said, I agree. I'm wary though because I'm a political. I can't read that. It's, I need to pop out this chat, guys. I'm a political apparatus. I don't know what that says. And knowing how much they have lied in the past 4 years, I have to wonder what they are deceiving us about regarding the visitors. Well, yeah, that's something that I said. There seems to be some kind of, there is an agenda. There is something happening. There has to be some people that know more than we're being told. You know, I'm not saying that Lou, Chris Mellon, or any of these people do. I'm saying there might be higher ups or private industry. I'm telling you guys, we need to keep an eye out for private industry. I can't believe that I hadn't thought about that earlier. Like, they're the biggest players in everything. Private industry has so much power. They do control the world. You know, they probably control and manipulate governments. So private industry has to play a role in this. There must be some heavy hitters looking into this that we're not noticing for sure. Melissa Garrett said, they lie to us about everything. They killed JFK for warning to tell us. That's interesting. I was watching something about Lee Harvey Oswald yesterday. JFK, man, that's a crazy story. Crazy time in human history, definitely. Sophia said, there was a guy with a jetpack better than what the military has sighted by a plane recently. Yeah, he was flying over LAX. They saw him a few times flying over LAX. And I saw a video the other day of like the guy with the jetpack filmed flying. But yeah, guys, I'm not joking. Private industry. I know I don't sound like I'm joking, but I'm saying like people hear about private industry, but I think they don't know where to start. We've been focusing on the government and focusing on these, government projects and all this kind of stuff. When I think really private industry is where it's at because they can't get FOIA'd, right? You can't give a FOIA request to a private industry. That's why oh man, I'm spacing out on some of the names, but you cannot give a FOIA request to a private industry. That's why Robert Bigelow, people can't really get information from Robert Bigelow because you can't file a FOIA request to Robert Bigelow. So he has a lot of information that we'll never see. And there's got to be more Robert Bigelows out there that we're not noticing, for sure, 100%. Mike Knapp said, I got to go. Have a good New Year, everyone. Best wishes. Mike, have a beautiful New Year, brother. Best wishes to you, man. Thank you for being here, as always, and being so positive, telling everyone to thumbs up the video, man. Let me see. Advocate for Peace said, I agree completely because we are moving towards a system of global techno-socialism. We are. And there's one thing I keep telling everyone out. Like, I have read so many conspiracy theories throughout my life that I'd say that conspiracies are not conspiracies. They are reality, most of them. It just depends on how you look at the world and reality. And it's kind of too late, right, for certain things. Like, we have to figure out how to survive, how to grow in this new world, in this new normal. So, yeah, I'm not going to start talking about conspiracies, but... Julie said, they hide things in the corporate world. For sure, 100%. And that's where we need to start looking in the next year. Trying to figure out who in the corporate world is interested in this subject and who in the corporate world might know a little bit more than we think. Because there's got to be young Robert Bigelows now out there. Elon Musk, people have asked Elon Musk about the topic, but it seems like he doesn't really, he's not a big believer in the UFO phenomenon. He does most likely believe in alien life, but at least from what I've heard, I might be mistaken. GT said George Bush CIA knows about JFK. Somebody's got to know what happened to JFK. The other day I saw scrolling through TikTok. Yeah, I was scrolling through TikTok, which is not something I do often. But I downloaded the app because I saw people were growing on it. So I thought, you know what, I'll take some clips from some of the content I make and throw it on there, see if we get a younger audience, right? People to come into the channel, inspire younger crowds to look into this subject. So I'll be on there like scrolling sometime, and I saw some guy pointing out a video. I think it was the Magruder film, and he shows that the driver turns around at one point when JFK gets shot, and it's right as the bullet goes where you guys know it goes. But I don't want to talk about JFK, guys. We're here to talk about the phenomenon. And you know what? I'm really happy that we have this community here and we can talk about all these different things. And it's really important. We have to have this open discussion, this open field and a platform where nobody's trolling anybody in the live chat. Nobody's fighting. There's no drama. We are just growing and trying to find the truth. Melissa said, I like Brandon Fugal. Brandon Fugal reminds me of a character from Batman. But yeah, I think he's doing something good with Skinwalker Ranch. He's trying to find the truth. And even if some people think it's a ploy to make money with the show or whatever, they're actually there and they're trying to, figure it out. So I applaud them 100%. If I had the opportunity to buy Skinwalker Ranch, I would have done it, and I'd probably be in the same shoes as him, with the community telling me that, I'm just trying to make money off of it or whatever. But I would definitely buy Skinwalker Ranch if I could. And if I ever do get rich, I'm going to spend so much money like Robert Bigelow did to try to figure this out. I swear. Like, that's my biggest, one of my biggest dreams would be to have the amount of contact and resources and just all the tools to get into those, those private meetings, to meet those private industry heads that are working behind the curtain. You know what I mean? So yeah. Julie said, I can't stay either. The husband is home and would probably like to eat dinner. Thank you, Julie. Much love to you too. Have a happy new year. All right, guys. So it's been a good discussion. We had our cheers, right? Do me a huge favor. Share this video. Share it with everybody. If you know people that are interested into this topic that don't know who I am, tell them, hey, Gaucho's a cool dude. Come join him. 2021 is going to be an awesome year. We're going to keep making content. I'm going to try and make more cinematic content this year. Always feel free to let me know, in the comments, anything you want. I'm not a hater. I take criticism well. I really just want to give you guys what you deserve, basically. GT said, I hate TikTok. Some Joe telling me how to shave. I'm 44. Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. I mean, I just used, like I said, I used to upload clips to see if we could get a younger audience in here with us tonight. But forget it. What I'm saying is, I'm gonna try to keep pushing the channel, keep growing the channel. But do me a favor, man. Tell everyone that we're here on Wednesdays. We are having great discussions. You guys are awesome. I hope you all have a wonderful new year. Again, cheers. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And know that I'm going to be here next year. And I'm always going to be trying to search for the truth with you guys. And I'm honored that you're all here with me. And yeah, never stop searching for the truth. And if we work together, like I said a million times, who knows what we could discover, guys. So let's keep working together. Oh, almost knocked over the mic, but Happy New Year's, guys. We'll talk soon, okay? Thank you guys.